Welcome back to The Explainer. We're all about turning complicated stuff into simple, actionable blueprints. And today we're cracking open a system that literally finds treasure where everyone else just sees garbage.
Okay, let me hit you with a pretty wild claim right out of the gate. There is a fortune, and I'm not talking pocket change, hiding in the stuff we throw away every single day. Seriously. It's like a secret economy, a massive river of cash flowing straight from what we consider our biggest problem, our trash.
So what if I told you we have the blueprint? I mean, a 10-part plan that shows you exactly how to turn worthless junk into a steady stream of cash. And listen, these aren't just pie-in-the-sky ideas. These are real, proven, profitable systems just sitting there waiting for someone to switch them on. So, you ready to see how it's done?
All right, Section 1, small scale, big profits. Let's start small, okay? We're talking about transformations that don't require a huge pile of cash to get started, but the potential return is absolutely massive. Think of these as the easiest ways to get your foot in the door of this whole waste-to-wealth revolution. We're talking everything from a cool little mobile beach sifter that literally pulls treasure from the sand to the stationary machines we're about to jump into right now.
First on our list is a machine that is so simple, it's brilliant. It takes on one of the biggest problems on the planet, plastic bottle waste. You know that empty bottle you see lying on the side of the road? Well, that's not just litter. Nope, it's a raw material just waiting for a new life.
And get this, it's a super simple three-step process. You take a discarded bottle, you feed it into this device, and a special blade just strips it into one long, continuous plastic thread. Then you bundle up that thread, and bam! You've got a super durable broom. This is way cooler than just recycling. It's immediate upcycling, turning a free resource into a product you can sell right away.
Okay, next up, glass. Just think for a second about the mountains, and I mean mountains, of bottles and jars that bars and restaurants toss out every single night. It's heavy, it costs them a ton to get rid of, and it's a huge headache for the environment. But what if it's not a burden at all? What if it's actually a business opportunity in disguise? So let's talk numbers, because this is where it gets really interesting. For a machine that starts at around $4,000, you can process something like 500 kilograms of glass an hour. It just grinds it all down into these fine, uniform little granules. So you're not selling trash anymore, right? You're selling a refined commodity, a raw material that companies, tile makers, construction crews, even bottle manufacturers are actively looking to buy.
Okay, on to Section 2, creative transformations. Now we're going to move past just simple recycling. This is where things get really cool. We're talking about high-value alchemy, where a little bit of creative vision meets stuff people have thrown away.
So this next one, it's not even really about a big machine. It's all about a shift in mindset. There's this American artist, right? They go into thrift stores, find these old, forgotten chandeliers and light fixtures, and turn them into these incredible, stylish art pieces that sell for hundreds of bucks. And it's the same idea people are using with old industrial barrels, turning them into that cool, high-end rustic furniture everyone wants. It's all about seeing the hidden beauty in things that are considered obsolete.
But what if you think bigger? I mean, way bigger. Imagine an old, cheap shipping container. You know those giant metal boxes that are basically symbols of global trade, just left to rust in a yard somewhere? Well, believe it or not, that rusty box could hold the secret to a six-figure business.
Yeah, you heard me right. This is pretty much the peak of upcycling. There's a startup that takes these old containers and converts them into these stunningly luxurious swimming pools. Think about it. They're taking a $2,000 steel box, adding some skilled labor and a seriously clever design, and turning it into a $50,000 lifestyle product. That is how you turn a massive piece of industrial junk into a luxury item with just insane profit margins.
All right, Section 3. Industrial gold mines. Time to scale things up. This is where we get into the organized systems that can turn actual mountains of waste into automated streams of income. Honestly, this is where the real money is.
Okay, let's talk about tires. Millions and millions of them get thrown out every single year. They're a huge environmental nightmare, right? They're famously difficult to get rid of. But what if they didn't have to be waste at all? What if they could actually be a resource for the very same industry that made them in the first place?
Check this out, a mobile tire retreading unit. This lets you go directly to logistics companies and service their fleets right there, on site. You're not sitting around waiting for customers to come to you, you're going straight to the source of the waste. For about a $25,000 investment, you can save these companies a fortune on new tires, and you turn their waste problem directly into your profit. It's a brilliant business-to-business service that solves a massive, expensive headache for them.
Now, let's look at organic waste. You've got two really powerful options here. For about 10 grand, you can get a compost pelletizer. This thing takes manure and food scraps and turns them into valuable fertilizer pellets. Or, for around 25,000, there's the energy briquette line, which takes stuff like sawdust and straw and compresses it into clean, dense heating fuel. So one machine feeds the earth, the other powers our homes. Both are turning decay into cash.
And finally, we've reached the top of the industrial scale, the metal recycling line. Okay, this is a bigger investment for sure, starting at around $60,000. But this system, it chews through tons of scrap metal a day. We're talking old cars, appliances, demolition debris, you name it. It crushes it, sorts it, and refines it into a commodity that has constant global demand. You're basically creating a rock-solid income stream that's tied directly to the world's endless need for raw materials.
So there you have it. You've seen the blueprint. We've gone from small-scale machines all the way up to industrial powerhouses. You've seen how a bit of creativity, combined with the right systems, can transform the things society literally throws away into pure profit. So, what's the last step? Well, it's building your empire. So let's recap. This is your trash to cash checklist. We've covered a ton of different opportunities, and every single one is a proven path from waste to wealth. I mean, from sifting sand on a beach and stripping plastic bottles, to crafting artisan furniture from old barrels and chandeliers, all the way up to massive industrial lines that retrade tires and recycle metal. Every single one of these starts with just seeing the world a little differently. And look, the numbers really do speak for themselves. A lot of these systems, once you get them up and running at full capacity, have the potential to bring in over $1,000 a day. That's the incredible power you unlock when you tap into a resource stream that literally never stops flowing.
We've laid the whole thing out for you. The strategies, the machines, the mindset. It's all here. So really, there's only one question left. Which piece of this incredibly profitable world are you going to claim first? Just think about it. What trash in your own community is just sitting there, waiting for you to turn it into cash?
But listen, the knowledge you need to build your empire, it doesn't stop here. This is just the beginning. The world is absolutely full of overlooked opportunities, full of machines that are quietly generating fortunes for the people smart enough to see them. So if you want to unlock more of these secrets, if you want to discover the next wave of profitable machines and get your hands on the blueprints that could genuinely change your financial future, well, you know what to do. Make sure you subscribe. The journey is just getting started.